Tonight's broadcast is presented by Visit Maine. Hello, good evening, and a warm welcome into Fitzpatrick Stadium in Portland, Maine, where tonight it is Hearts of Pine taking on USL League One leaders Chattanooga Red Wolves. Alongside Brooke Kirchhofer, I'm Dre Cordero. It is a promising 90 minutes ahead with both sides putting unbeaten streaks on the line. Here's a look at the table coming into week 28. Red Wolves top of the standings, 3 points clear of Spokane, and a chance to clinch tonight with a win if South Georgia Tormenta and Richmond Kickers both drop points in the later kickoffs. Hearts of Pine, meanwhile, can't quite clinch, but they do control their own destiny in 7th place with 30 points. And they come into tonight 4 unbeaten coming in, including 3 straight wins.
It's going to be tough to beat Chattanooga, but Portland is peaking at the right time, and it also helps when you have the player of the month on the roster in Ollie Wright. He's the first Portland player to receive the award, and then they also have 2 players on the team of the week for week 27, and JT Kamara, as well as Mikey Lopez.
Tonight's player to watch is presented by High Roller, and it is Ollie Wright after an impressive month of August.
So much raw talent, really creative on the ball, and he's really become a complete player in terms of what he's done on the defensive end after having a little bit of a heart-to-heart with his head coach, Bobby Murphy, a couple months ago.
Well, Chattanooga come in streaking. It is the longest active unbeaten run in League One, 11 straight without defeat.
It's because they are so deliberate in everything they do. They frustrate other teams because they don't concede a lot of space or goals, but they want to play with a little bit better of a pace tonight.
And the man in goal for the Red Wolves is none other than Jason Smith, a rookie with 10 clean sheets on the campaign.
Helps when you have familiarity, having formerly played with Scott McKenzie. He's performing at such a high level in his first season with this team, a commanding presence, high ceiling, and a real pros mentality.
We're just moments from kickoff in Portland, Maine. We'll step aside for a quick break. A big 90 minutes on the other side in what has been the best soccer atmosphere in League One this season. And it's all coming up. We'll get you team news, starting lineups, and kickoff right after this.
Hey.
Hey.
Allagash, wait for you. Can I get you a beer?
Yeah.
Let me give you a minute. What you thinking? Choose one.
I'll go for Allagash White, too.
Nice. That's my go-to.
Start your night with Allagash White.
Tonight's match is brought to you by Visit Maine. It's Pedro Hernandez who moves up into that number 9 to lead the line. There is Aaron Lombardi, the Argentine, who will be in support alongside Omar Hernandez. And what is on paper a 3-4-2-1 for visiting Red Wolves. It has been the most sensational atmosphere in the USL League One all season long. The highest average attendance by a long shot. The supporters group, the Rigo Union, have been making their presence felt. Just one defeat on home soil all season for the Hearts.
What an environment there for Portland. That's the place to be this weekend.
Carlos Rodriguez is the head official with the cards and the whistle. Eric Wood and Fernando Pina will run the lines. And we are underway at Fitzpatrick Stadium in Portland, Maine. Hearts of Pine riding a 4-game unbeaten run, 3 straight wins on the trot, in which they've scored 10 goals.
Dre, I really believe this is going to be a power of wills. You have a team that likes to sit in the low block against a team that likes to high press. Frustration is something we are going to see build as this match progresses.
Meanwhile, it is potentially a big night for Chattanooga Red Wolves, a chance to clinch a playoff berth. They need a win and help from other results. Here's Kamara, linking up with Varela. TJ Kamara. He's at 5'3", low center of gravity and quick feet. Lost in, deflected out, and tracked down by Messer. It's the usual 4-2-3-1 for Bobby Murphy's Hearts. Mikey Lopez, the captain. On the right side with Vinberg and Green in the middle. Messer on the left. And Juan Wada, the 2 holding midfielders. Kamara, Varela, and Wright, the attacking midfielders. And Titus Washington back to lead the line after playing limited minutes a week ago. There's Messer. Comes the cross and looking for Washington. Hearts expected to have plenty of possession in this one. Red Wolves happy to keep men behind the ball. And it hasn't hurt their goal-scoring numbers. 34 on the campaign for Chattanooga, who topped the table. Promising approach is dealt with once again by Red Wolves.
Portland is incredibly dangerous up the left side of the pitch, as we have already seen. That connection between Ollie Wright and Nathan Messer is something that Chattanooga has been preparing for. And you see just how many numbers they get behind the ball when they're on the defense. That's why it's so hard to score against them. They're so quick in getting compact whenever they're on that side.
Just 2 London lads on that left wing, Messer and Wright. Tonight's keys to the game is presented by Pape Chevrolet.
For Portland, they just have to be patient and find the pockets to play through. Try to break apart that Chattanooga 11 that go behind the ball so quickly when they're on the defense. And then for Chattanooga, it's play with pace and be purposeful in the attack. They feel like they're not playing quickly enough in transition.
Dennis Levin, who puts the ball back in play. A bit of magic from Owen Green. Direct approach and safely into the hands of Hunter Morse. Messer, a converted wingback. In his first full season at left back in a back 4, and has that understanding with Ollie Wright.
Really shown just the confidence and comfortability at that position too, and I think it only helps when you have a player as talented as Ollie Wright being around him. They go in numbers. He's never having to go up the pitch alone.
Sean Vinberg. Molly Green. Messer, who was furthest forward for Hearts. And that ball is ushered out for a goal kick. Chance for Jason Smith to put it back in play. Tonight's injury report is brought to you by Maine Health. So take a look at the players out. Quinones, Jones Riley, Liati all absent for the home side. Morris, Jonathan Felipe, Knapp, Declan Waters missing in action for Chattanooga Red Wolves. Omar Gomez and Declan Waters, the two big absentees for the visitors.
At this point in the season, Chattanooga really cannot afford to have any more injuries. They are slowly getting shorter and shorter on their depth on the bench, especially with how well they are playing right now. They need to be getting healthier as they approach the end of the season.
One of the many reasons why it would help to clinch tonight. And they need other results to go their way. A win for Red Wolves would have to be combined with both South Georgia Tormenta and Richmond Kickers dropping points in the 7 o'clock kickoffs in order to punch their ticket tonight. It does seem like it's a matter of time for these unlikely league leaders. It's Lelin who gets it forward. What a pouncing on the loose ball. He is there to break it up.
That was a great slipped ball through, too, in tight space in the box. That's where Chattanooga is so good in terms of technical footwork when they are in the box, and you see Portland putting a lot of numbers around them, and they still have the confidence that they can get forward and kind of find different holes around the defense.
Omar Hernandez to put the ball back in play for Red Wolves. Long throw into the heart of the area. And a wayward shot. Oh, not trouble. Morris in goal. So here's a look at that earlier approach. The first real flash of danger from Red Wolves.
Good look from Chattanooga, too, just to test the goalkeeper early, kind of see what his spacing is in terms of when they go in on the approach, what it looks like for Morse. Not phased at all, though, as that one soars over the net.
So contact in the middle. Hernandez wanted the foul, didn't get it. As Varela is chopped down. Fouled by Eric Kinzer. And a free kick coming up for Hearts of Pine.
Taking another look at this one as Portland looks to get forward. There you see Chattanooga's Eric Kinzer. Just a little too much in terms of body contact and not ball contact there in the middle of the field.
Good opportunity for TJ Kamara to shine today. Last two appearances in limited minutes, coming off the bench, less than a half an hour, managed to register a goal and an assist in back-to-back games. Back on the ball now is Kamara.
Portland's head coach Bobby Murphy made it very clear to us this week that he doesn't want Kamara to become a player who gets lost on the bench. He believes he should be a starter. He just has to prove it.
In our chat, I asked him about Kamara as a super sub. He said his greatest fear for him is that he would become a super sub, that he can be so much more.
He has a skill set that not a lot of other players in this league has. It's just, does he have the confidence to show it when he gets that open space? Can he put on for Portland, who does have a lot of playmakers, and they've been a really good team in terms of fixing the attacking third issues of finding the right players. He needs to be selfish when he has the ball, though.
Ayambila on the ball now, a dangerous man going forward. Skirting nicely for Lombardi, who couldn't control, and flighted over by Matthew Acosta. Making his first start of the season, has played a combined 43 minutes in a couple of substitute appearances, and a flash of danger here from him.
Good touch here from Ayambila to find it, and then poked on. Dangerous there for Portland. Chattanooga once again can't get quite over it and put one on frame.
Settled by Kamara. Messer spotted Ollie right on the left. Patience in possession. Wada. Screen has to adjust. It's catapulted forward by Wada. Intercepted by Kinzer. And it's Kamara who commits the foul.
Kamara not agreeing with that one. Hands up as he's trying to have a conversation here with the referee. That one will not go his way as he looks to help the captain up from the Red Wolves off the pitch.
The USL on CBS Sports Network continues in September with a League One battle of old versus new. It's Richmond Kickers, one of the oldest continually operated active soccer clubs in all of the U.S., taking on newcomers Portland Hearts of Pine on Wednesday, September 17th, 6:30 p.m. Eastern on CBS Sports Network. Dennis Levin on that far side. He and Ayimbala, two quick players who will drive the ball forward in transition for Red Wolves. It's flung out of the back by Vinberg. .412 minutes coming into tonight without conceding a goal for Jason Smith. Last goal allowed more than a month ago.
Such a special player, and as we were talking with Scott McKenzie this week, he said as soon as he got out of college, he knew that he was going to sign him, having previously played in League Two. Just really impressed with how he has matured as a pro.
There's Lelin, early cross in, and Vinberg dealt with the danger. By on the right. This one falls for Varela. It's good feet from Varela. Washington with his back to goal. Langlois. Vinberg in possession. Expect those center backs for Hearts to be high up the pitch. All of this possession. As Kamara finds Titus Washington. It slipped through. Varela is denied by Smith. And the offside flag would have denied him anyway.
That's what we were talking about, what makes Kamara so special, how quickly he was to recognize where he could feed Titus Washington up and around. Here you see it's just that quick touch, finds the through ball. Titus Washington not able to get a clean look on there. Good work by Chattanooga's back line to get back and defend it.
As good an opportunity as Hearts have had. It was denied by the offside flag. On nicely. Mikey Lopez rises to meet the challenge.
Seems like Portland is still trying to figure out how they want to attack Chattanooga. Still trying to, in the feeling out process at the beginning of this match for Chattanooga, they have clearly dictated that they want to attack Portland up the flanks of the pitch.
Both Vinberg and Pedro Hernandez having a chat with Carlos Rodriguez.
Just a little friendly conversation to make sure everybody keeps cool heads in this one.
And they'll leave it for Morse. It's a wonderful sound at this stadium. Highly attended. All of the matches have been exciting. Season ticket waiting list is up over 2,000, waiting for a chance. A city that has really taken to its new club.
Amazing to have sellouts, and it's number one beautiful place to play soccer as well up in Portland.
Feet by Wada. And that'll get away from Varela. Can frustrate teams, Red Wolves. They've done so well this season to protect their goal, to protect Smith in goal.
They are really good about just not giving an inch. Anytime, they're so quick to recognize where the through balls might come from their opponents. And you've seen lot of yellow cards against some of these opponents because they get frustrated with how well Chattanooga is able to defend.
They'll sometimes give you 3/4 of the pitch. You just won't find an inch in that final quarter.
Exactly, and that's where it's not about possession rate sometimes. As we were speaking with both head coaches this week, that number doesn't mean a whole lot to Portland and Chattanooga. It's about what you do with the ball. And as we've seen, as soon as Chattanooga does lure teams in to that half and they pounce is when they can get forward on the attack. And they don't have to have a lot of time with the ball.
It's a wonderful ball by Messer. Titus Washington running onto it. But there's those numbers quickly back for Red Wolves. Not allowing a lot of options forward, and this will lead to the first corner of the match. The corner kick is presented by Toms of Maine. Rolled back by Ollie Wright for Messer. Possession short-circuited. It's more catapulted forward for Messer to chase and able to get there just in time. This will be a throw for Hearts.
Surprising to see that little mistake there on the short corner from Portland, especially with the connection we've seen built up that left side of the pitch. They don't often have those issues.
Here's Lopez. Familiar territory. He is playing right back today, but often will line up in a central midfield role. Wada. Green with space and time on the ball. And happy to keep players behind the ball, Chattanooga. Varela. Washington a long way away from goal. It's John Hope will usher it back for Smith. Won by Vinberg, but commits the foul. Bila on this near side absorbed the contact with Varela and just losing his balance, and with it went to possession.
Looks like Bila's right wrist is pretty heavily wrapped too. Something to keep an eye on. We knew he had a bit of a knock a couple of matches ago. Didn't start last time out, but we were told he is back to full strength tonight. And when he is playing at full strength, he's likely one of the fastest players on the pitch.
Back in possession is Bila. And Green. Good effort by Ollie Wright.
We heard that from Scott McKenzie this week. He said he told Jordan Ayambila, you picked the wrong career. You probably would have made more money as a sprinter than as a soccer player, but is happy to have him on his team.
Vinberg will be whistled for the foul here, and that will produce. He's going for his pocket. Possibly the first yellow card. Maybe thought better of it, did referee Carlos Rodriguez. Card will come out, and it's going to be for Pedro Hernandez after that tangle with Vinberg.
Take another look at this foul here as Pedro Hernandez will get checked for it. It looks like a little bit of friendly fire. It looks like the Portland player was holding on. Sean Vinberg kind of got his arm wrapped around his hips, and that might have led to the injury as he's getting treatment from his trainer right now on the pitch.
Yellow card to Pedro Hernandez. Yellow card brought to you by law offices of Joe Bornstein.
Tough one to see in real time too if you don't catch Vinberg's arm wrapped around Pedro Hernandez in that way.
My initial feeling was that it was going to be for Vinberg.
Right.
Does clatter into him. Hernandez, I'm guessing he was pleading that same case to the referee just a moment ago. Chattanooga
has to be mindful, as we know they are missing Punanjaran tonight, who dealt with a red card in their last match, and a silly one at that. When we were speaking with their head coach this week, Scott McKenzie, didn't have too many words for that one.
That game for Hearts of Pine really did highlight the resilience they've had this season. They trailed twice in the match. They had the red card sending off to Punanjarong, and still somehow, some way find that 91st minute stoppage time game winner by Titus Washington, who was making his return from injury. This hydration break is presented by Maine Love. Sides get a chance to regroup. Vinberg receiving some attention. Did seem to catch the shoulder of Pedro Hernandez to the side of the head.
Looks like they're more checking vision and potential concussion here. Vinberg did get up on his own, so that was good to see. We'll see the decision that's made here.
So 20 minutes in, and a lot of it going according to script so far. More possession for Hearts of Pine. Red Wolves looking to break out in transition on the break. Decent chances at both ends, but nothing to really trouble Morse or Smith too much as of yet.
We haven't seen really Portland or Chattanooga break away and really be the defining team so far in this match. Still trying to figure each other out. And if you look back at Portland's last match, the first 10 minutes were pretty chaotic in terms of how long it took them to kind of get settled in a little bit. And here being at home against the #1 team, they seem to have settled in a little bit quicker.
Kamali Green to get things back on their way. Long ball for Ollie Wright to chase. Square for Titus Washington. In traffic and dispossessed. Sent away by Owen Green, only as far as Vinberg, who does seem to be perfectly okay. Thrown back by Ollie Wright. There's that work off the ball that his coach wanted to see from him. One of the most talented players in this league. Has the flash, has the skills. Now also has the work rate. Pressing, the movement off the ball, the willingness to defend.
More defined as a leader too, as we were talking about in the open. That heart-to-heart conversation with the head coach was more about that and wanting to see more from him in terms of a leadership role.
Promising approach now. Messer's cross is intercepted. Wada.
That's what's so good about Chattanooga. Anytime they lose it in their half, there's no chaos. There's no sense of getting outside of themselves. They just get collected and get numbers back around the ball and win it back relatively quickly. Portland just trying to find a way to see those openings around the pitch.
This corner kick is presented by Toms of Maine. Ollie Wright stands over the ball. Vinberg is taking a knee. And has now taken a seat, and it looks as though he's going to be on his way out of this contest.
Looked like Vinberg too was holding his rib cage area. Went down in a really awkward way in that battle with Pedro Hernandez, which Hernandez credited with a yellow card in that duel. Vinberg will go get checked out as they bring in a new player to the pitch.
So Sigar Koulibaly, veteran center back, will step in to replace Sean Vinberg. Substitution brought to you by $3 Deweys. Koulibaly, former LA Galaxy defender, spent much of his playing career in France. former French youth international. Having plenty of experience and stepping in now for the injured Vinberg. Like for like substitution, the shape will remain the same. And now Ollie Wright can deliver. And swinger from right into the 6, and that's plucked out of the air by Jason Smith.
Great bending ball there. Portland couldn't get somebody in front of the goalkeeper there to put some pressure on Hunter Morse, who cleanly, Jason Smith, who cleanly brings that one in.
And a more direct approach from Red Wolves. Walefi. Swung wide for Leland. Once made by Omar Hernandez. Trying to get in behind, and well, early action for the substitute Koulibaly. There to break it up. It will lead to a corner kick for Chattanooga. Their first. It's blasted away. And tight as Washington. No nonsense clearance from the striker.
Great defending there from Portland, loading up the box, not really giving Chattanooga much of a chance at all in that last corner.
Here's Walefi. Now Leland. Hernandez. And as far as Camille Green, who was there to intercept. Looking to turn defense into attack. Ollie Wright outside of the boot, looking for one of Titus Washington, and that's heads up from Jason Smith, who came out to meet him. Just quick off his line, Smith.
33 saves in 18 appearances says a lot about the confidence level that Jason Smith has, and that's what you want to have in terms of a back line. Have confidence in a goalkeeper. You understand he's young coming into this one, but as his head coach said, he's probably one of the more boring 20-year-olds. He's more like 45 in the way that he acts, because he doesn't really let that blood pressure get high in moments like that one. Very cool, calm, and collected.
Neither would you if you had as many clean sheets, almost as many clean sheets as goals allowed.
Pretty amazing.
Former Syracuse man. Watch the USL Championship in Spanish on TUDN, the nation's leading Spanish language sports network. Select matches will be available in Spanish throughout the rest of the season. Just go to uslchampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings.
Smart heads-up play there from Portland's keeper, Hunter Morse, as Aaron Lombardi had a great flick on there and a direct approach.
Costa did well to control. This is promising now for Ayambila. Played out in front, has Hernandez in the middle, losing his balance. And his shot denied by Green. Costa. This time Koulibaly dealt with the threat. Pressure was building. It was broken up by Messer. Now flying forward. There's the fullback Nathan Messer. Titus Washington. Didn't want to time his run. With the pass a little offline and collected by Smith.
Something to keep an eye on as Chattanooga brings the ball up. We've now seen on both flanks in Chattanooga's attacking third, both outside wingers have tripped up a little bit.
Hernandez, he did really well to get his shot on target. Morse answers the call.
What a great effort here. Really difficult, too, to get his body in and around the ball on this one. Trying to get the half volley on, doesn't quite get it to go.
Everybody maybe misreading the bounce for a moment. And Hernandez didn't need a lot of space to strike. Lingua. Messer for Ollie Wright. So much of the approach play from Hearts coming up that left wing where Messer and Wright are getting plenty of touches. Not quite as much on the near side.
We got a glimpse of how dangerous they can be, though, in the counter attack with the pace that they're able to go up that left side. TJ
Kamara has almost taken up a more central position because of that lack of width on this near side. Kinzer. Varela.
So impressive, too. It doesn't matter where Portland goes. They really, Chattanooga is so good about getting numbers in and around the ball and making you feel the pressure even if they're not winning it back.
Extremely rich. Look at the spacing between that defensive line of Chattanooga and figure out a way to get through.
On a string. That's what you want, too, especially when they are countering the press and wanting to try and catch them off sides. They go in a string. Nobody's out of line anytime they press that back line up.
Select is proud to be the official match ball of the USL Championship. From the Academy to the biggest leagues, Select is there every step of the way. Visit us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and plenty more. Select, the player's choice. Half an hour gone in this opening half. Hearts of Pine nil, Red Wolves nil. On a night in which Chattanooga, top of the table, can clinch with a win and other results going their way.
Outside of the corner kicks, there really hasn't been a whole lot of dangerous opportunities.
Maybe danger on the way now with Kamara in possession. Still TJ Kamara. Has to go himself! And it just bends wide of the target. Well, he had options out wide. Titus Washington had made the run, and Kamara didn't need him.
Wow, Bobby Murphy challenged him this week, and he has clearly taken on to that challenge. As you see, he gives himself just enough space, whips it across on that left foot, and just unlucky. From our angle, it looked like that one hit the back of the net. He's just a little bit off the mark, but he is begging for a goal at this point.
It's on 3 different defenders before firing off this shot.
And we've seen, too, the connection he's had with Titus Washington up in the attack. He's someone you have to keep numbers around, whether he's going to take the shot or find and slip that through ball in to his forwards who are in on the attack.
As far as chances go, that's about as good an opportunity as Portland have had in these first 45. Now Ayambila back the other way for Chattanooga. Square ball in, beyond the reach of Pedro Hernandez. More Hernandez waiting in the middle. Appeals for a handball against Messer, nothing given.
Unselfish play there from Ayambala, but I think you go at the net there. He had plenty of space in front of him and had clearly beaten Portland on his attack there. As you saw, the defenders were caught off.
Meanwhile, player down is the substitute, Siga Koulibaly, who came in for the injured Vinberg. Now seems to be favoring that knee. Take a look back, Ayambala's cross. Once it gets through, it's a handball appeal. There is no VAR in USL League One, and this ball comes off of the rib cage of Messer.
I don't see any contact with the hand there. It looks like it just came off his right side. How about this crowd in Portland?
Simply sensational.
I love the woman leading the chant too as well with the blowhorn.
The head capo of the Durango Union.
Amazing. If anybody's wanting to watch League One in person, especially this time of the year, buy your tickets to Portland. You might have to reach out to a season ticket holder, though, to get a hand on some tickets.
That's the trip to make. Just over 10 minutes remain in the first half, normal time. This hydration break is presented by Maine Love. As Koulibaly continues to get some attention. Running short on central defenders. I'm with you on the no call as well, as the ball did appear to strike the rib cage of Messer, maybe grazing the underside of the arm. Probably not enough. Carlos Rodriguez, who seemed to be in a good position, had a good view of it, but Pedro Hernandez arguing the exact opposite just now.
Might be having a conversation about that last yellow card too, as he's laughing now with the referee as we see off to the side.
Ryan Beal has found some joy on the near side in transition a couple of times when he's been freed up.
I think he needs to be more selfish, especially on that first touch as he cuts to that front post. Really smart in cutting it across for players running onto it, but as you saw there, they just hadn't quite caught up to him yet there. Be selfish in that moment.
Meanwhile, Koulibaly does need a bit of help as he comes off, and so the man who came in for the injured Vinberg will limp off himself, and he will be replaced by the 22-year-old Mo Mohammed. So a second injury substitution for Hearts of Pine in the same position.
You hate to see that for Portland, who is just playing so well at this point in the season and really trying to make a push as they get closer and closer to the postseason.
Substitution for Hearts of Pine in the 37th minute.
The substitution is brought to you by $3 Dewey's. Mohammed checks in. He's done all of his work off the bench this season, his 7th appearance now. A combined 79 minutes. Player out of Portland 2. Previously Seattle University. That's 2 subs and 2 windows burned on the same position in defense. Green is called into action. Only right. Couldn't quite get that through. It's thrown back momentarily by Omar Hernandez, and it will lead to a throw for Hearts.
You wonder now how Chattanooga maybe exploits that area of the field too, where they have had to make those 2 substitutions.
Kept in by Messer. Clear it down. It's Omar Hernandez who seems shaken up for Chattanooga.
He's been really effective this year for Chattanooga too. 5 goals, 3 assists. Just his 2nd season with this group.
He'll have to step off for a moment, having received some attention. We'll wait for referee's thumbs up to get back in.
There's been a lot of stoppage time so far in this first half. You have to imagine the extra time is going to be quite sufficient after this 45 runs out.
I believe that Mikey Lopez has now slotted it inside to play alongside Green in that back four, with Mohamed lining up on the right, at least from first view. Lopez, who has played in center mid, right wing, right back, now potentially center back.
Such an asset when you have players who can be versatile in moments like this.
Here's Lombardi. Did well to hold on to possession. Clip to the back post for Ayambila. Shot is wide of the target. It's a nice flick by Titus Washington to free up Ollie Wright. Right in possession. Here's a newcomer, Mohamed. Kamara flicked up and over the top of Washington. It's plucked out of the air by Smith. Lenoir. Walefi. He's taken back by Lenoir, who finds Messer. Wada. Pretty effective pressing by Red Wolves, forcing Portland in the wrong direction. Hasn't always been pretty from Chattanooga, but over the course of the season, it has been brutally effective. No shortage of goals, 34 on the campaign. They've only allowed 19.
You see they've started to adjust where they are pressing. Typically they hold off until teams get to the midfield line and then will press. They have more of a low block, but as you've seen, they've made an adjustment here against Portland.
Here's Messer making inroads. Rides the challenge. Now Ollie Wright leads Messer forward a little too far in front. Runs out of real estate. Soccer season is here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek, your ticket to great seats. Oh, that's well won back by Messer. Jumping into the passing lane, magic from Messer. Croston looking for Washington. It was denied by John Hope. Good spell of play from Hearts of Pine, and it's brought these fans out of their seats.
Portland has been able to get into the box, just not effective in terms of getting a clean shot off. We've seen Titus Washington and Kamara get good looks, but everything has been more or less floated in and not able to get a good strike on it to put some pressure on Chattanooga.
Corner kick presented by Toms of Maine. Taken short once more. This time a throw for Portland. Controlled by Kamara. Again, it's Kamara out wide. Magic to create the space to deliver the cross, and it's overcooked.
Great little outside touch there from Kamara to try to get in better positioning. Looked like it might have been deflected, but this one will be all Chattanooga as they look to get forward. They have had to defend quite often in this last 5-minute stretch here.
Sent away by Kinzer. What a touch by Ollie Wright. Soft feet. It's given away though by Lenoir. Acosta combining with Lelin. It's down the line for Lombardi. Working here against Green. There's contact in the area, and it's a penalty given. No hesitation from Carlos Rodriguez, who points to this spot. I believe it's Matthew Acosta who draws this. And a chance to break the deadlock from this spot. for Chattanooga Red Wolves.
Wow, I am surprised. I need to take another look at this one because I thought they were shoulder to shoulder. Here you see another great slipped pass in here as they challenge, and man, that's a tough one to call. It looked like they went shoulder to shoulder, and credit to Chattanooga's Giannis Lelin for selling it and understanding the dangerous area he was in, and just as soon as he met contact, fell down, and he will be rewarded here. And understandable why we are seeing Portland frustrated here, trying to have a conversation and pleading with the official to get this one to change.
And Lopez, who had slotted in as an emergency center back after two injury substitutions in central defense, is the guilty party. Still pleading his case to the referee, and it's falling on deaf ears. So the captain, Ualefi, will hand this one over. And instead it's Omar Hernandez to take. Hunter Morse has faced 3 penalties in League One this season. He's not saved any of them yet. Omar Hernandez to break the deadlock, and he's buried it, sending Morse the wrong way. It's Red Wolves with the opener, and Chattanooga, top of the table, lead it a 0-0.
Hunter Morse just guessing wrong there, and you have to pick a spot. It's just the 50-50 opportunity just sometimes does not go your way. A great strike from Chattanooga Red Wolves as they place it there and go up 1-0, and what has been a very back and forth defensive battle between these two, as Omar Hernandez finds the back of the net, celebrating with his team on the road.
There are 9 minutes, a minimum 9 minutes of stoppage time added on.
Wow.
Presented by Visit Maine. After plenty of injury stoppages in this opening half, a couple of injury substitutions. But it's Omar Hernandez in the first minute of first half stoppage time who breaks the deadlock with his 6th goal of the season. And that's part of the equation for Red Wolves to clinch tonight.
We said it was going to be a frustrating match in terms of how these two like to play and defend, and that it was going to be hard for a team to break through and find the back of the net. There you see it off of the penalty, and Chattanooga, credit to them, finds the back of the net. There really hasn't been a whole lot of shot opportunities for either squad. Only 5 for Chattanooga and 1 for Portland.
Here's Kamara in traffic. Somehow comes away with possession, but overcooks the cross.
It might be set pieces that defines a match like this one with how these two are defending.
Had 2 players, Varela and Washington, who were making the run at that back post, tried to lob it over the top.
Smart there from Jason Smith, letting the clock eat up a little bit.
Outside of the corner case, we also haven't seen very many dangerous set piece opportunities.
Right. Relatively clean, despite we have seen, you know, a yellow card and of course some injuries back and forth, but not a whole lot of dangerous places where the penalties have happened, unless, of course, this last one, obviously, in the area.
Here's Mikey Lopez, who will feel a little hard done by.
I still can't believe that one got called in favor of Chattanooga in Portland's box.
There's about 6,000 people in the stands who
Wow.
probably agree with you. Lopez forced to retreat. That's sent over the top of Wada by Morse. Usually plays a little closer to goal. Masashi Wada today with the absence of Puna Jiranis in that double pivot with Langlois.
He's had to play a little more defensively because you usually do see him in on the attack a little bit more often.
It's on the score sheet last week. In fact, it was Portland who scored in the first minute of first half stoppage time. It was Wada who leveled the score against Greenville 1-1. They would go on to win it 3-2. Here's Messer. Raffled into the middle by Morse. They will play till at least the end of the 54th minute in this first half. It's a good line-breaking pass to find Varela. Now Ollie right wide. Lelin, who picked his pocket. Green. This is right. Lenoir, that's a brilliant pass to the look away. Washington waiting in the center for a ball that never arrived.
Unlucky for Portland there. Really great build on that last sequence. It was just that final pass into the box. It's got to be on point, especially against this Chattanooga team who plays so well defensively in and around their box.
That penalty was the first shot on target from either side in this opening half. Now Portland looking for a response. Lenoir. Kamara is chopped down by John Hope, and that will produce a yellow card for the Red Wolves center back. The yellow card is brought to you by the law offices of Joe Bornstein. Excuse me, it's Ayin Bila, who will be booked for the 7th time this season.
Taking another look at this one, Ayin Bila, more of a professional foul there as Kamara was looking to get away in open space.
It's a second yellow shown in this match so far, both to Red Wolves player. Pedro Hernandez, the other player booked. So Wally Wright stands over the ball.
On a foul in that attack, especially when Portland is getting forward, you don't have to put that much contact on it. I think he could have gotten away with more of a professional foul, not conceding a yellow card.
This is taken back by Wada. Options to either side, and Washington couldn't gather that. Back in possession through Messer. Combining with Wright, this is Messer. Crossed in again for Titus Washington, and John Hope was there to break it up.
There's one thing about Messer. He is going to continue to give his group opportunities with delivery on the left side.
Pedro Hernandez goes down. Draws the foul, and again the yellow card is out of the pocket of Carlos Rodriguez. It's Walter Varela who will go in the book.
Handful of yellow cards being handed out as we take another look at this one. Looking to get forward, and just it's clear you can call it as the right hand is extended, and then unlucky that his back foot caught the back of his head.
Another yellow card brought to you by the law offices of Joe Bornstein.
I don't think the second contact was intentional. The first was.
And so Varela is the first Portland player to be booked in this contest.
See Portland's coaching staff having some conversations there with the referees, and on our coaches call this week, he highlighted the way he wants his group to play is that similar to the people who live in Portland, to be hard-nosed, in-your-face, high press, and maybe need to pull that off a little bit in the second half because we have now seen the way things have gone in terms of how this one is going to be called by the officials, right?
Yeah, talking about the resilience of this team, remember a week ago they trailed twice, saw a man sent off, and still ended up winning that contest 3 goals to 2. It's a team that have picked up the most points from trailing situations in USL League One this season, and when asked about that, he said, we built a team to represent the people of this city, reflect the attitude, hardworking, workman-like folks who can't take a day off, can't quit, and neither can we. Poetic. Lopez. Did well to deal with the danger there. Mikey Lopez, Pedro Hernandez, and Ayubila bearing down. Beyond the minimum 9 minutes added on. There's Mohamed. It's well dealt with by Acosta. Anticipated the burst of acceleration. Wins a throw for Chattanooga. It's Kinzer. Flicked on by Lombardi, laid off by Pedro Hernandez. Lombardi in possession. Had it touched away by Varela, but only for a moment. Over the top for Ayubila now. Early crosses dealt with by Mikey Lopez, and that will be a Chattanooga corner.
I think Chattanooga would benefit from getting numbers in and around Ayubila. He's had to do it on his own, as we've seen up this left side of the pitch of this first half. I think if he has someone to go with him and have those little opportunities to build triangles in that area of the pitch, they can be more dangerous up the left side. We'll see if they change that in the second half.
Corner presented by Toms of Maine. Certainly Lelin has had more support around him on the other side. That corner kick is overcooked. Lombardi will track it down. Washington, and that will do for the opening 45 minutes. It took until first half stoppage time, a penalty conceded by Mikey Lopez, converted by Omar Hernandez, and that is the difference in these first 45 minutes.
Portland has to find a way to create better scoring chances in the attacking third. They only have one shot, no shots on target. Chattanooga is also having to go up against a very good back line. In Portland, they only have 5 shots, 2 of those on target, one of them finding the back of the net. Both squads need to go into halftime and figure out a way they can be more creative in the attacking thirds.
First half in which Hearts of Pine will feel a little snake bitten, a couple of injury substitutions and a penalty. Let's see them go into the halftime break down 1-0. Omar Hernandez, the decider for now.
Most homeowners have it somewhere in their house. It's that one bad window. It's drafty, or maybe it sticks or leaks. You'd love to replace it, but think, no company is coming out for just one lousy window. And truthfully, most companies won't. But we're Renewal by Andersen, and we'll replace just one window. Call Renewal by Andersen today for a free window and door diagnosis. 207-804-4500.
When you really care about good, you start seeing possibilities others might miss. Hannaford has been at this since 1883, supporting local farmers and making quality food affordable. Turns out, it's possible to take care of people and the planet we share by going the extra mile for what really matters. See all this good? At Hannaford, it's the small moments of care that add up to make a big difference for all of us. Hannaford, all for good.
This is you. When you sign up for Trellis Health, this is your team. Seriously, these people. At Trellis, your primary care provider, physical therapist, pharmacist, health coach, and behavioral health clinician work together for better results. With same-day visits and 24/7, 365 telehealth, your care is primary with us. Become a member today.
Welcome to Trellis Health.
Visit trellishealth.org.
Tonight's halftime is presented by Hannaford. Portland Hearts of Pine exists to do as much good in the state of Maine as possible, and soccer is the perfect medium through which to do that work. It is a universal language, a convener across culture and class, a cultivator of joy, camaraderie, and a common identity. Through soccer, Hearts are combating isolation and loneliness, while creating opportunities for countless positive outcomes and helping the next generation develop social and emotional skills. Here, take a look at what Hearts have been up to this season.
Our impact programming is our why. It's our reason for being. It's what we're here to do. The Hearts of Pine exists to make an impact in Maine. This club is our way of doing as much good as we possibly can in the city and state that we call home.
It's always, I think, important to give back to communities, but doing it in an intentional manner and literally being extremely unapologetic about the values and the principles when it comes to the sport is just amazing to watch.
It's just so exciting to have a club that's built around Maine, that's built for Maine, that is a reflection of the people that live here.
This is Portland's team. This is Maine's team.
This is the community's club. This impact programming, it looks anything from after-school programming to donation programming to infrastructure investments in courts just like this.
The Portland Soccer Project, it's an after-school soccer program that's about social emotional skill development. It's about how we behave. It's a soccer program that's about way more than soccer.
Kids are learning themes like let it go and accountability and how to find joy and things. And some kids that have had a harder path with things have really shown here.
Portland Public Schools are thrilled to be able to be part of the community ticketing program with Hearts of Pine. We've been meeting with Hearts of Pine since well before they officially launched, but when they reached out and said they'd provide a block of tickets to every school in the district to allow students who wouldn't otherwise get to go attend a game, we were thrilled and super grateful.
I think people forget that when you are in a shelter, you're in a caged environment where you don't have room to play or to be human or to experience community in a different outlet. We did not anticipate the happiness that would come from just them playing a sport that they were passionately involved in.
The way that the world, the way that this community rallies around this game, the way that it unifies, and the way that the club can lean into those things and amplify them, that's where the magic's made.
They want people to see themselves as more than just where they're coming from, but just a part of something bigger.
We have 20, maybe 30 home games, but what are we doing in those other 340 days?
Fresh off clinching their 11th consecutive playoff berth, Blue City winger Aiden McFadden joins the show to talk his 5-year journey as a pro and how this might be the best year of his career so far. Haji Berry is back in USL Championship play with Hartford Athletic. Is he going to be back to his goal-scoring form that saw him win the Golden Boot just a couple of seasons ago? Who's the favorite heading into Final Four action in Jaeger Cup? We got you covered.
Ollie Wrights! It's Portland pumping ahead 2-1.
Prinks tires in the USL help soccer journeys everywhere to drive harder. From city playgrounds to suburban sidelines, from early mornings to late nights, from fun with friends to winner takes all, from the biggest fan to the biggest heart. And at every turn, Prinks tires will be there for the long haul.
We don't stop chanting, we don't stop drumming,
yelling and screaming and chanting.
We'll follow them wherever, pretty much. That's just the love that we have for our team.
Tonight's halftime is presented by Hannaford. Halfway through, Chattanooga with a 1-goal lead over Portland Hearts of Pine and a 6-point gap at the top of the table provisionally, pending the rest of this round. A chance for Chattanooga to clinch tonight. On news and notes from around USL. A team that has been known for comebacks this season. It is Hearts of Pine. They've picked up more points than anyone else in these trailing situations. They'll have their work cut out for them against the league leaders when we come back with the second half set to get underway. Stay with us.
At LL Bean, we've been innovating for over a century, making great products better so you can feel better. Day after day, year after year. Outside together since 1912. LL Bean. Be an outsider.
I'm David Libby, President and CEO of Town & Country Federal Credit Union. At Town & Country, we work hard to make a difference every day. From providing a first auto loan to that young adult just starting out, or making the dream of home ownership a reality with a mortgage offering closing costs well below nearly every other local lender, or a Visa credit card with a great rate. Town & Country Federal Credit Union is local people helping local people. Let us help you.
Soccer, more than any other sport, brings together fans of different backgrounds, different cultures, different communities, and makes them one community.
Has anyone ever seen anything like this? It's magic. There's no other word for it. It's magic happening here in Portland.
This is history. This is momentous.
We officially have professional soccer in the great state of Maine.
Tonight's halftime is presented by Allagash. First half highlights are presented by Kennebec Savings Bank as we take a look back at the very best from the first 45 and a change. A long ball out of the back that will lead to this Pedro Hernandez shot. Not a lot of real clear-cut goal-scoring opportunities until first half stoppage time, Brooke.
No, there's only been one total big chance in this one, and it was the penalty kick. Everything has been fought for in the attacking third, both for Chattanooga and Portland. The closest Portland has got was off the foot of JT Kamara, as he is handling the charge his head coach gave to him this week, was that I need to see more from you. We've clearly seen that. He's itching to find the back of the net.
He really does there, just bending away from goal. There were those two first half substitutions at the center back position for Hearts of Pine. Vinberg and Koulibaly have gone and Mohamed in for them. And then came this moment, the moment of the first half.
A very surprising penalty called here in the box, and Chattanooga will punish Portland as they get to the penalty kick area and find the back of the net. But as we take another look at that one, that is a really tough call to make. Portland rightfully upset about it.
Mikey Lopez whistled for the foul, and then Omar Hernandez who puts it away. Expertly taken in the first minute of first half. Stoppage Simon Hernandez with his 6th of the campaign is the difference for now.
That's the percentage we expected to see here from Chattanooga. They often do not lead the way in terms of possession rate, and it's because they wait for their time to pounce, and it's paid off for them, and it is so far in this one.
Halftime stats are brought to you by Memic. There's a look at the numbers. Portland with their work cut out for them for this second half, and we're about to get underway. It is Hearts of Pine, set to move right to left on your screen. All eyes on Carlos Rodriguez. Ali Wright and Nathan Messer with plenty of touches down that left flank where most of the Hearts threat came from. And yet the best chance of the half was at the feet of TJ Kamara for the hosts. Second half underway as Red Wolves lead it a 1-0. That penalty kick by Omar Hernandez. It's collected by Hunter Morse. So it's 4 across the back for Hearts: Lopez, Mohamed, Green, and Messer. Langlois and Wada, the double pivot. Kamara, Varela, and Ali Wright, 3 attacking midfielders in front of the lone striker, Titus Washington.
You see Chattanooga already has really come off that low block and has continued to put the high press on there against Portland.
A little frustration here for Hearts. So the whistle blown against them. So no changes from either coach for the start of the second half, other than the aforementioned injury subs, Vinberg and Koulibaly. Red Wolves out there with the same 11 that shook hands at the start. Smith in goal, back 3 of Green, John Hope, and Kinzer. 4-man line of Lennon, Ualefi, the captain, Acosta, and Ayimbila, while Hernandez and Lombardi are in support of Pedro Hernandez. Ayimbila and Hernandez both carrying yellow cards, so too is Walter Varela. That's given away. In a dangerous spot, Lombardi trying to thread it through. It's Lopez who got in the way to intercept. An important block from the emergency center back. Ayimbila. Low cross is dealt with by Green.
Portland is lucky to not have conceded a goal on that last opportunity. A very dangerous ball across the middle from the back line.
There's Ali Wright. Well, fine by Varela. Through traffic. Langlois. Wada with his back to goal. Heard the footsteps of Acosta. Long switch by Mohamed. How's that for a touch from Ali Wright? Brought down expertly. And he'll have a go himself as it sails over the crossbar.
Great skill there from Ollie Wright in the middle of the pitch as he gets a look on goal. As we've seen, Portland has not been able to get over a lot of these shots. They've soared over the top of the net. Here we see Ollie Wright trying to take on the goalkeeper there. And as we saw in that last Portland buildup, they're just a little bit too slow in the passes as they build forward. If they can just be a half step quicker, I think they get around this Chattanooga team a little bit better.
Result aside of that play, that was Stardust football from Ollie Wright. Performed a magic trick against the captain, Ualefi. Can create for himself and for others, and does he get style points?
That's the name of the game for Ollie Wright.
Flipped on by Pedro Hernandez. Collected by Varela. Here's Kamara. Slipped through nicely for Varela, breaking through lines. Varela in his sprint, and it's Ayambila who gets there ahead of him. Well, is chaperoned out for a goal kick. May just be the fastest player in League One, Ayambila.
Head coach Scott McKenzie calls him a freak of nature. That raw attribute of pace is something that he can use to impact these matches.
Freak of nature affectionately.
Yes, you want to have a player who can play with pace like that up the flanks of the pitch.
Here's the goal scorer Hernandez to put it back in play. He does specialize in these long throws. Into the heart of the area. It's not down in traffic. Ollie Wright, as Messer was brought down from behind. Ayambila challenging, and that challenge was enough to dispossess Kamara. Mohamed. Lopez for Green. Wright connecting with Messer. It's taken back by Hernandez. Flipped over the top looking for Pedro Hernandez. "14 points picked up from trailing situations this season, the most in League One from any team. Hearts of Pine also the league high 9 goals scored in the final 15 minutes of games. Found the game winner in the 91st a week ago. Never quite out of it. Wada. This is Messer. Lopez, space and time on the ball. Wada in the middle, it's a slack pass from Valera that doesn't quite reach the target. And Pedro Hernandez on a solo mission back the other way against the world. That's last touch by Mohamed.
Really great work there. Pedro Hernandez, it'll stay with Chattanooga there as he held it up just enough to be able to play it off of Portland and get numbers up and around him.
Once again, a long throw opportunity for Omar Hernandez. John Hope was rising to meet it. Pedro Hernandez was winding up. Titus Washington took it away. Kamara to the near side for Ollie Wright.
Smart layoff there from Pedro Hernandez. That would have likely been awarded a card with the contact that would have, you saw he put his hands up immediately laying off.
Carrying a yellow from the first half as well.
Right.
Varela is brought down from behind. Free kick for Hearts. And Carlos Rodriguez again goes to his pocket. Yellow card for the Chattanooga captain, Walefi. Yellow brought to you by the law offices of Joe Bornstein. Restarted by Green. Jason Smith, who has not had a save to make in the course of these 50-plus minutes. Ball blasted away by Messer.
Sign of a really good goalkeeper too. The communication he has with the players in front of him, that he has everybody where they need to be.
By Levin, wonderful turn to get away, and the shot is scuffed and gathered by Morse. Smartly nodded back by John Hope for Smith, with Washington providing the pressure. Here's Lombardi, couldn't quite bring that under his spell. He won it back though. But this time he allows play to continue. Acosta. This is Lombardi. Plenty of targets streaking into the 18. Out of the way by Wada, only as far as Acosta. Ayambila. Oh, Lombardi expecting Ayambila to continue his run. The run never came.
Unlucky there, especially with Chattanooga. They were able to settle in after it was a little bit chaotic, pinging back and forth. They were able to settle in and get numbers forward. Not able to create, though, in that final third in front of the net.
It's Mo Mohammed who runs out of room. Last touch by him. This will be a Red Wolves throw. If you can't watch the match, turn on Sirius XM FC 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL matches on Tuesday nights, USL All Access on Tuesday nights, plus your live matches from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and plenty more, all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the new Sirius XM app. Red Wolves looking to add to their lead. Lombardi. Last touch by Lopez. This will be a corner kick.
Beautiful touch there by Pedro Hernandez, too, to bring that one down and get it forward.
Corner presented by Toms of Maine. Taken short, Omar Hernandez, outswinger.
Probably the best look that we have seen from Chattanooga on a corner kick, able to get numbers in and around in the air. Looked like Giannis Lillan was able to put a head on it, just unable to redirect it.
This is Green. Wada pulling the strings. A wonderful ball to find Messer on this near side. The early cross when he was going for goal. Messer trying to surprise Jason Smith. Titus Washington making the run.
You saw Titus Washington told him, hey, slow down there. You saw him put his hands up, wait to get numbers forward. Don't waste those opportunities as they are countering, because we haven't seen a whole lot of it from Portland. They have to be really selfish and concise when they are in on those counterattacks, because the opportunities are not there with how well Chattanooga's defending.
It may speak to the frustration that this Red Wolves team puts in the opposition, not conceding much space near that final third.
Goes back to what we heard from the Chattanooga Red Wolves head coach, Scott McKenzie. He talks about everyone needs to make 7 quality movements for every time you get the ball, and that's what we see. It's that 7-to-1 movement that Pedro Hernandez does it the best, as their head coach, Scott McKenzie, told us, but really everyone has bought into that, and that's why they're able to move so collectively.
Tireless, despite looking winded about the 5th minute, Pedro Hernandez. He covers so much ground. They get involved in so many ways.
Hey, his super strength is his work rate, as his head coach told us, and that is definitely living up to the bill.
Langlois. It's a wonderful ball to find Varela with his back to goal. Directed by Mohammed. This is Kamara. And good pressure once again applied, this time by Kinzer. And it's touched out of play by Varela.
Now we see Ollie Wright with his hands going up, as we expected to see at some point in this match a level of frustration. It's starting to show itself here in the second half as Portland is really trying to just find any channel to play through.
With plenty of soccer left. 1 goal lead for Red Wolves. A breakthrough coming in. First minute of first half stoppage side. Lombardi needs to get some attention here. For constant support from these Portland fans who have really fallen in love with their hearts.
I loved it at halftime too. It looked like the Minnesota Vikings skull that they do in pregame. They were doing at halftime. An awesome environment to be in.
Came from the original Vikings, the Icelandic national team.
That has to do something for you as well, for Portland Hearts of Pine, to not see a single opening up in the crowd, having that fan base behind you as you're looking to get forward in what's been a very frustrating match for them.
In a stadium of just under 6,000, a waiting list of over 2,000.
Amazing.
It's floated out of the back for Ollie Wright to chase. Messer really gets there. It's put out of play, and a throw deep in Red Wolves territory, quickly in play.
I think that's what Portland is missing. It's that quick pace when they are in those advantageous areas, is being patient, but also recognizing when you need to turn it on and have that quick pace of play.
Knowing that they're so often up against 10 men hanging from the crossbar.
The longer you wait, the more white jerseys get in behind.
Lombardi rides the initial challenge from Kamara, skips past the second challenge from Mohammed. Langlois. Here's Wada. Nathan Messer. Messer making inroads. Here's Washington with his back to goal, laying it off for Varela. Red Wolves staying compact in defense. It's Ollie Wright. Just enough English on that ball, trying to reach Titus Washington. Varela. Moving the ball to move the opposition. This is Messer, who was pushed off the ball by Walefi. Right against Walefi, and the Brazilian didn't bite, but it ricochets out for Wada. Just over an hour gone. Messer, Titus Washington, it's Varela who's allowed to turn. It's tangled up and does ultimately win the corner. It doesn't. Corner kick for Portland Hearts of Maine.
Fabulous work there from Portland on the attack, and they'll go short corner again.
Presented by Toms of Maine, the corner. It's Messer to deliver, back post. Hit it down, and they found the equalizer. Arriving at the back post, it's Kamali Green, the center back, to level it for the hosts.
And you see emotionless because it's been so frustrating for them to wait for that opportunity, but Kamali Green was just patient enough in the right spot at the right time off that back post. They find the head of Kamali Green, and he sends it home to tie this one up. As we take another look at it, they go short corner. It has been so hard to find the open channels through this Chattanooga defense, and it's a ball in over the top to Kamali Green, who's just, you see him standing there just waiting for the opportunity to go. Great pace, as well as entering into the box on the right time.
What a moment to find his first USL League One goal. Kamali Green levels it. The assist credited to Nathan Messer. Delivery to the back post.
I love that Kamali Green is all business. He says, we are not done. I'm not going to get overly excited about this goal. They get right back to work here.
The goal is brought to you by Town and Country. And Hearts are back in business.
That's what it's going to take for Portland is can you hold up those runs and be patient coming into the box at the right time, and it paid off.
Well, that's the substitute who's just checked in following the goal is Evan Southern getting his first touch. And it will lead to another Pines corner, Hearts of Pines corner.
It's bold. The third player with a blue to keep her in the game. The official non-alcoholic beer of Hearts of Pine is now pouring at the beer garden. Stay under your own influence.
And here comes another Hearts corner presented by Toms of Maine. Kamara calibrates. Near post in swinger. They're down for Hearts of Pine. Mikey Lopez, who's complaining of contact. Nothing given in a goal kick in the end.
Mikey Lopez was the one that they put on the goalkeeper too. On that goal kick, there might have been some contact from behind.
Here's the goal scorer, Green. Threaded through. Southern couldn't quite control. Long ball out of the back once more by Kinzer. And by Wada, flung over the top now for Ollie Wright. Using his body well here, Wright. Messer drags it across past his marker. It's Messer. Again, back post delivery. Again, knotted down. This time Titus Washington, denied by Smith.
That connection between Ollie Wright and Nathan Messer is clinical. The two do not even have to communicate. They understand where they want the ball, and you see Messer puts a dangerous ball in for Titus Washington. Can't get it around the goalkeeper, but a really good look there from Portland.
And Evan Southern is chopped down from behind.
And that is absolutely earned from Owen Green as we take another look at it.
Owen Green becomes the fourth Red Wolves player to be booked in this match.
Evan Southern was looking to get away, had made that last touch, and he cut the back legs of Southern to bring him down.
Yellow card brought to you by the law office of George Bornstein. It's both Ollie Wright and Messer standing over the ball right into the middle. Mikey Lopez. Green left it, miscommunication, but Ollie Wright was alert to it. Well, Varela is the player who made way for Evan Southern to enter the match. Here's Lopez. Messer. Southern. Wonderful ball movement, hypnotic passing. Wada leading Messer forward, tried to return the favor. Perhaps too unselfish in the end. It will lead to a corner kick for Hearts of Pine, who are really growing into this contest.
Wow, how things have changed at halftime. No shots. 6 now for Portland.
Wada again into the 18. Absorbs the push. Back on his feet is Wada. And last touch by Mikey Lopez. Goal kick for Jason Smith, and a chance for Red Wolves to breathe. Take a look at the connectivity here.
Portland has really found some connection in the attacking third in the second half against Chattanooga, just finding those open channels, figuring out a way to spread the Red Wolves out in their half.
Oh, no, you're not in it, don't worry.
eFootball is Here, you live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. You can download it now.
Dre, we've seen them turn up the pace too on these corners. Almost everyone has been a short corner because they're still continually to try to catch Chattanooga on their heels.
That is expertly timed from John Hope to deny Titus Washington.
Everything's got to be at pace right now.
Kamara. Options inside. Kamara back quickly on his feet. Still Kamara into the 18. Back post delivery intended for Evan Southern.
Oh, that effort's got to be
Work
awarded.
rate from the substitute. And maybe a little over-revved on the delivery from Southern. Still over 20 minutes to play. 1-1 game. Mikey Lopez in possession. Flung out of the back by Green. Southern. One back by Washington. It's Lellin. He's trying to clear that out and will win a throw.
Once again, the effort we are seeing from Portland, getting numbers in and around. Anytime Chattanooga wins the ball back, they are under pressure and have numbers in their face in a rate that we really didn't see in the first half.
Pedro Hernandez laying it off. It's one back by Messer, who's having a sensational second half. Oh, Pedro Hernandez has started his possession this time. Behind the midfield line.
It was an unlucky pass there, last one from Evan Southern, as that one pass breaks up such beautiful sequence we've seen up the left side of the pitch for Portland.
Omar Hernandez laying it off. Acosta. Lellin. It's a high boot by Lellin. Maybe just clipping Ollie Wright. Fear didn't quite see him. And it's going to be a triple substitution coming for Chattanooga. So Grayson Mercer will check in relief of Omar Hernandez, who scored from the spot in first half stoppage time. Ayabila will also make way. He'll be replaced by Joshua Ramos.
Number 11, Joshua Ramos, coming into the match for number
Substitution is brought to you by $3 Dewey's. So Omar Hernandez is done. And so too is Matthew Acosta after his first start of the campaign.
Omar Hernandez. And number 6.
Eli Wessels will also check in. He'll slot into the midfield in place of Acosta.
Number 21.
So a triple substitution, just under 20 minutes left to play in a tied game. One that if Red Wolves want to clinch in this week 28, they need to win and get help from other results.
Matthew Acosta.
Pedro Hernandez lifted in, back post, a good delivery. And there was Wada with a defensive effort to head it away.
It's the best chance we've seen from Chattanooga in this second half. They have spent a lot of time defending in their own half.
Messer in possession. Wada trying to lay it off. Lingua. It's a strong challenge from the newcomer Ramos, a little too strong for the referee's liking, and a free kick for Hearts. So again, it's Wessels in for Matthew Acosta. Ramos, who takes over from Ayambila. And Grayson Mercer, the striker, replacing Omar Hernandez, the goal scorer.
I think it's a smart time too to just get fresh legs in, as Portland has really turned the heat up on the attack.
The USL Championship and League One are on CBS Sports and ESPN platforms all season long. Catch live matches and expert analysis every day on the CBS Sports Golazo Network and ESPN+. Go to USLChampionship.com or USLLeague1.com for the complete USL TV listings. Lopez out of the back. Wonderful first touch by Kamara. This is Messer. Every transition is going through the feet of Nathan Messer now for Hearts of Pine.
See just the skill off his left foot too. It's so deceptive.
What a ball by Ollie Wright to find Titus Washington. Just got tangled under his legs. Pedro Hernandez. Ball on a string. Here's Mercer. It's the right idea. The most accurate switch, and that holds the counterattack. Wessels. Long switch of play. Toby John Hope. Mercer, who twice able to knock it down. It's redirected point blank from Pedro Hernandez, and Hunter Morse was just in the right spot to keep it out.
What a decisive move there from Chattanooga. I don't know if he meant to hit it at that much pace at his forward. It looks like he did, but wow, what an effort there from Aaron Lombardi, who really had to be heads up there on that play to try and deflect it off of it.
Ramos sent a bullet at him.
Maybe that's something they practice, but I would have, if I'm Lombardi, I'm surprised to be receiving the ball at that kind of pace.
Just ricocheted off of him, goal bound. Flicked on by Hernandez, trying to find Mercer. He's a handful up top, Mercer. Big-bodied center back, center forward striker who has that center back mentality. Always wants a street fight.
Nobody likes playing against somebody like that at that size too, and not just 6'3", but extremely physical in how he plays as well.
Here's Lopez closed down by Mercer. Knocked down by John Hope. Heads up by Messer, who was there to intercept. All the way out for a goal kick for Hunter Morse.
Chattanooga begging for a deflection to be called there to get an opportunity on a set piece. Those have not been handed out so far to Chattanooga early and often.
It's going to be whistled against Kamara for a push in the back and a free kick for Chattanooga.
So far in this match, only 3 corners won for Chattanooga.
So Lelin was on the receiving end of that foul from Kamara and is slow to get up. Previous meeting between these two finished 2-1 Red Wolves back in early June at CHI Memorial Stadium. Game in which Hearts of Pine broke the deadlock just 5 minutes in through Liati. Saw Waters and Pedro Hernandez fire back. It was Hernandez who scored the game winner, all the goals coming in the first half. A point away from home would still be a very good result for Red Wolves here. It's lifted in, it's loose, and it nearly sneaks in on the bounce.
was beautiful delivery there from Chattanooga on the long-range set piece.
It's a great reaction by Morse to get a hand on it and push it wide. This is Aaron Lombardi. Not the most accurate corner kick from Lombardi. It's a wasted opportunity on a set piece for Red Wolves. And that's going to lead to a change. That will be the end of Lombardi's day. It's Matt Bentley who will step in for his 22nd appearance of the season. A final change. We do have one more substitution and one more window left, as this substitution is brought to you by $3 Dewey's.
Number 10, Matt Bentley. Coming into the match for number 30, Aaron Lombardi.
Here's Ollie Wright. Once again, Smith quick to come off his line to collect. This time, Evan Southern, the intended target.
Portland looking to be a little bit more direct as they have struggled to get in on the attack. We've seen a couple of buildups that were very pretty to watch up the left side of the pitch, and so far it's been Chattanooga in their half these last few minutes here. Again, just both squads with very stingy defenses.
Here's Kamara. It's a wonderful ball to find Ollie Wright. Laying it off for Wada. And had his pocket picked by the substitute Wessels. Wada's whistled for the foul.
It's been the biggest battle of this one, is who can win the middle of the pitch. Everything's been started there. It slows down on these set pieces. Otherwise, it's very slow in the approach from both Portland and Chattanooga.
Oh. 10 minutes remain of normal time. On toward the 6, and it's plucked out of the sky by Morse. Did well to find Kamara. Now Washington picking up a spot in the center. Ollie Wright options to either side. Finds Messer on the near side. It's a conveyor belt of crosses from the near side by Messer. And a chance to deliver another. Messer, space and time. Curled in toward the back post! Washington was arriving, troubled just enough.
That's why Chattanooga is at the top of the table. You've seen both those opportunities. Just able to stifle anything that Portland wants to do in the attacking third. The way the defensive shifts to where the ball goes, they're on top of it every single time.
The quickness with which he restarted that, Jason Smith suggests the Red Wolves aren't all that happy to take a point. They want the game winner. As it stands, they would be extending their unbeaten run to 12 straight in League One. It would match the longest unbeaten run of the season. It's 12 games by Spokane Velocity, a run that ended back in mid-July.
An incredible run, too, when you look at the changes they made in the offseason. This isn't the exact same team either.
That's a wonderful ball by Kamara. Southern was making the run in behind. Settled by Pedro Hernandez. Ramos just able to get off his shot, and it's easily kept out by Morse.
Just bad footing there for Joshua Ramos, unable to get a quality strike in front of the net.
So one of the results that Red Wolves needs, aside from a win in order to clinch, is for Tormenta to drop points in their match. They're currently 1-0 up. So it's a moot point if Chattanooga don't pick up all 3 points as far as clinching tonight. Another cross in by Messer, this time over the head of Washington.
Not quite the right angle on that one from Messer for Titus Washington. Wasn't sure if he was looking for a right winger to come in on the end of that one.
It's well done by Wada to win it back. Now Kamara on a short corner trying to split the double team. Green. Lopez. Driving at the defense. Ollie Wright over the top, looking for the run of Green, or Lopez rather. And Lopez is bumped off of his line.
What a smart touch there by Ollie Wright, and to win this one
challenge from
back.
Ollie Wright?
Wow.
Expertly timed.
He's in and around every play. If we go back to that first one, we see Ollie Wright recognizes where he is at and just has the one touch, and then here he is after losing it, comes back, a beautiful slide tackle to prevent Chattanooga from being in on the attack.
Not the kind of play that'll win you another Player of the Month honor, but it is the kind of play that'll get you some recognition from your coach.
Absolutely, a coach who has challenged him to be the full, complete player, right? Not just being the guy who is so skillful in the attacking third as we have seen. He's got the style points and things like that, but it's can you work for your team when no one's looking? And it's in that moment like we just saw there where we didn't expect him to make it across the pitch.
Wada is fired up. It's another injury stoppage here for Red Wolves. Lelin once more slow to get up. Five minutes left plus time added on. To recap, it was Omar Hernandez who broke the deadlock from the spot in first half stoppage time, and it was the center back Kimali Green with his first League One goal to level it just past the hour. This hydration break is presented by Maine Love. And that would be a yellow for Lelin.
Not sure why that's being afforded to Lelin there. If we can read his lips there, it looks like he was saying he was being told that his elbow was caught up into the defender.
Well, the yellow card is brought to you by the law offices of Joe Bornstein. Fifth yellow given out to Red Wolves tonight.
A late yellow card given at that.
Here's Walefi. Another quick whistle from the referee. Maybe a little too involved. As Lelin checks back in.
I would agree with that.
Ollie Wright in possession. Ollie cross into the heart of the area. It's John Hoop who gets it away.
And we would hear this from Portland's head coach, Bobby Murphy. You can't let those kind of things affect how you play in the match. It could be frustrating to receive a lot of those cards and maybe have a referee who's calling it a little bit more as we are seeing. Can't let that affect the end.
Kamara. Breakaway pass by Messer, finds Ollie Wright. Wada driving at the defense is Wada, able to find Evan Southern, and Southern couldn't quite bring that under control.
It's unlucky for Evan Southern, who just got twisted up on it, and I've been wanting to see if they were going to find a way to get Mashashi Wada up in on the attack. As we saw in the last match, he had a lot of success there, but he's had to do so much defending with the different change in lineup.
With the game winding down, now it's Messer who skips away from his challenge, squared into the 6. Again, a chance to deliver for Messer. And dealt with the Chattanooga defense. Let's quickly forward for Pedro Hernandez, who could be in behind. An important touch by Lingua.
Chattanooga's center backs have been having the match of their lives in this one. They are in and around everything anytime that Portland is in on the attack.
So Owen Green to put the ball back in play. Slipped out of his hands there, Owen. You can see the disappointment as he was released. Walefi with a chance to cross. Driven in low cross. It's dealt with by Titus Washington. This is Kamara now. Turns quickly and on the run. Southern leading the line. The ball won't get there. Mohamed couldn't quite find the passing angle. And the whistle blows against Kamara.
Really great touch there by Eric Kisner, who recognized he couldn't get his body in front, would have conceded a foul, and instead is able to just offset the ball a little bit and allow his left back to retrieve it.
Once again, it was Lelin on the receiving end of the foul. So there are 6 minutes, a minimum 6 minutes of stoppage time presented by Visit Maine. Is there a game winner in this? Not taking any chances was Mo Mohammed. Happy to just put it out of play.
Really, it's been a tug of war is the best way to describe this match of who can give an inch. It's just been that back and forth defensively, and a frustrating match at that for both squads as they look to get forward, and stifling defense.
I think one difference possibly is this is what Red Wolves have been about all season long.
Absolutely.
Making it difficult for the opposition to play. Knowing how to suffer. And for their efforts, top of the table.
It really is what they are best at in terms of being deliberate and by design. Their head coach, Scott McKenzie, told us it might not look pretty, but they win. It's about being pragmatic.
12 wins on the season, only 2 defeats. Both of those have come on the road. Wada. It's a rare poor touch by JT Kamara. And Chattanooga trying to make them pay. This is Mercer. Square ball by Messer. This is Ollie Wright with space to roam. Quick ball forward for Washington on the near side. Squared across, and on alert, Toby John Hope there to intercept.
Really great through ball for Titus Washington to run on. There's been no shortage of crosses in the box for Portland.
Messer, now Washington. Lifted into the center for Wada, chested down, it's Kamara. Switch of play for Titus Washington, looking to flick it on! Well, he didn't miss by much, trying to lob it over the goalkeeper.
Oh, that's got to be frustrating. A wide open back post and nobody running in onto the end of it as we take another look.
After his 91st minute game winner last week, nearly doing it in stoppage time again is Titus Washington.
It looked like Evan Southern might have been close to it on that back post, but not a timely run in.
Look out, players taking exception here to the contact against Hunter Morse.
Taking another look at this one. Portland's back line not happy with the contact there.
From Matt Bentley. Maybe just leaving that foot in. And Bentley will go in the referee's book. Yellow card brought to you by the law offices of Joe Bornstein, as Bentley becomes the 6th Chattanooga player to pick up a yellow.
Yellow card issued against Chattanooga, number 10, Matt Bentley.
More than halfway through those 6 minutes added on. Strong header by Lopez. Here's Mercer. Now Bentley. And he's chopped down by Mohammed. Free kick and perhaps a dangerous one coming up for Chattanooga. The yellow card will go to Mohammed.
I need to take another look at that one. It looked like Mohammed got all ball there, and it was just a follow through from Bentley.
The yellow card issued against Hearts of Pine, number 50, Mo Mohammed.
A dangerous area on the corner of the 18-yard box for Chattanooga here as time winds down.
Key moment of the contest. So in your back post, perhaps going for goal, and well over the crossbar.
Frustrating for Bentley, and as it should be. That was a monumental opportunity for them as time winds down, and Chattanooga looking to give themselves an opportunity to punch their ticket to the postseason. Obviously, they need some other things to happen, but that was probably their best chance in this second half for them.
Xavier Vasquez coming into the match. For number 14, Pedro Hernandez.
So this will exhaust the substitutions for Chattanooga as Kendall Jackson and Zahir Vasquez check into the contest. And as Leland makes way. First touches for the substitute Vasquez. Messer is there to intercept. Beyond the minimum 6 minutes added on. Last chance to find a hero in what has been a tightly contested 90+ minutes. Back into Owen Green, this is Walefi. Green could only get a touch. It'll roll out, and maybe one more opportunity for Hearts of Pine to find a game winner.
They've got to get quickly forward as the officials now check their watch.
Blasted away by Green. Southern knocked down for Titus Washington. Can he do it again? Washington! Jason Smith keeps it out. Nearly the hero once more, Washington. And that was the final touch of the contest.
What a great read here by Jason Smith, recognizing what foot Titus Washington was waiting to be on. He let that ball bounce and slowed it down a little bit by going to the left foot instead of trying to hit it off the volley with the right. And Jason Smith is right where he needs to be. And this is a match that Chattanooga, they wanted to play this way. They controlled it the majority of the way. Kamali Green, though, finds the back of the net.
Tonight's man of the match is presented by Trellis, and it is Kamali Green with his first League One goal. It was the equalizer back in the 62nd minute. Well, tonight's final score is presented by Aprez. It is 1-1, Hearts of Pine battling back from a goal down After Chattanooga struck in first half stoppage time, it ends all level. And for Red Wolves, still top of the table, now 12 games unbeaten at the top.
Partnership means a lot of things in this business, and that's the most important thing, is being in a business relationship with someone that you trust, and that's what Mimic does. We want to make sure that everyone is getting exactly what they need, and we want it to be a long-term relationship. At Mimic, we want to lower their total cost of risk, and we want to get those employees back to work whenever we can. At Mimic, we make workers' comp work better.
At PAPE, we've dedicated over 50 years to making sure you do better. That means better prices you can always count on. It means you'll find extensive inventory. It means you can expect top-notch service. And most of all, it means you'll work with a team that listens to what you need and makes it a priority. So why are we so driven to make sure you do better? Because at PAPE, the only thing we love more than cars is people.
Tonight's match highlights are presented by Toms of Maine as we take a look at the very best of the 90 minutes. It waited until first half stoppage time, but Mikey Lopez, who was slotting in as an emergency center back, commits the foul. Referee points to the spot, and the chance for Omar Hernandez from 12 paces out to break the deadlock.
A gift for Chattanooga, and they punish Portland, finding the back of the net.
Bottom corner is more guessed the wrong way. And Hernandez, with his 6th goal of the season, finds the go-ahead goal going into the halftime break. But past the hour mark, a steady dose of service from Messer on the near side, and there is the center back, Kamali Green, to capitalize and level.
We saw so many short corners and even crosses in run of play from the left side of the pitch, and unable to find somebody on the back post, but they find one here as we see Kamali Green, the man of the match, is right where he needs to be. A well-timely run.
Meanwhile, the save of the match presented by Kennebec Savings Bank.
That was a really good look for Chattanooga. It looks like he wasn't quite ready for it. That's Aaron Lombardi on the backside, but he still tries to put that one home. A good look for Chattanooga, a team that they proved is very hard to score against.
And the match stats are presented by Renewal by Anderson as we take a look, a goal apiece. Chattanooga outshooting Hearts of Pine 10-8. You'd expect the possession figures to go Portland's way, but Chattanooga are comfortable with that.
That's right. Portland really tried to find guys to play in the pocket and move quickly enough to switch around them, but Chattanooga is just so clinical in how they defend as a group and are just so hard to get shots off.
Some streaks continue. It's 5 straight without defeat for Hearts of Pine, and they still control their own destiny heading in toward the postseason. Red Wolves not able to clinch this round, week 28, but still top of the table. Now 4 points clear on the live table. Well, tonight's final score is presented by Aprez. Hearts of Pine 1, Red Wolves 1. As their unbeaten streaks continue, they share the points in Portland.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.